Hey guys, this is Charlotte, and you're watching Going In Raw.
What's up, it's your girl Sasha Banks, legit boss, and you're watching Going In Raw. You like that?
What's up? This is the most must-see WWE superstar of all time and his lovely, gorgeous wife.
Marie.
And you are going in SmackDown Live.
This is the glorious one, Bobby Roode, and you're watching Going In Raw.
Hey, friendo, Steve here.
And Larson.
And welcome back to Going In Raw, the only pro wrestling podcast you need to be listening to right here at youtube.com/Steve Larson, available wherever podcasts are. I can barely talk because we just got out of All In. And guess who we found at All In? James.
Hi, everybody. It's me again.
It's another James episode. You know it's a James episode because we have janky mics. We're in an unfamiliar setting.
And it's super late.
And it's really late at night. And usually it's a live show, so like my voice is getting shot. I'm actually kind of surprised. I yelled Rainmaker a lot.
Yeah.
And my voice is still, it's okay.
Yeah, mine's not
Good.
too bad either.
Yeah, mine's not too bad either.
Yeah. I don't know how it's going to be tomorrow, but I don't really care. Cause
We don't have any podcasts tomorrow.
We don't do shit tomorrow.
Do you guys
sit there at StarCast.
Do you guys get a lot of requests from me on here? Because I feel like I got, over the course of, since the last time I've been on here, on my streams leading up to All In, I had a lot of people messaging me saying like, "Are you gonna go on their fucking podcast again?"
Oh, really?
Yeah,
That's cool.
yeah.
That's cool.
I had a lot of people like asking me to go on your guys' podcast again.
We had a couple people ask over the course of the last couple days. Maybe they knew. Did you tweet out that you were going to be here?
Not really.
Well, you said you tweeted out like you're in Chicago. So maybe some people put it.
I said
could
on
be.
stream, I was just like, I'm going for All In.
Oh, okay.
But I didn't really.
We had one or two people bring it up. I mean, there's always. It's funny because there's always like the James people in our YouTube comments that'll randomly say, "Hey, bring James back on." And then we also have like the random Dan Nerd Cubed people who say, "Bring Dan back on." So yeah, you still have there's still the James people.
There's a James contingent.
There's a presence there, I guess.
Hey,
after the other ones, that's good.
I'll say this: like, no, I don't think I've ever seen a negative James comment.
I'm sure there's gotta be.
I mean, I don't look at all the comments. I'm just saying, like when Dan was on, like surprisingly, like Dan was gone for a while, then he came back for us, and people were like, "Who is this guy?" I'm like, "Well, he kind of started
He's
like
one
the
of
show with us.
Like he literally named the show.
He actually named the show, and he brought us like a huge audience in the UK. So he kind of has a right to be on whenever he wants to be on, and we really like Dan on top of that
A lot.
But with you, like, yeah, no, you fit right in, evidently.
Yeah.
What if
That's good.
he ever feels like shutting it down? Then what? You guys screwed?
Yeah. Well,
Rebrand.
is Couch Shop hiring? I think I'd fit in.
We don't have like a wrestling demo
Yet.
yeah.
Don't you want
guys-
one though?
I know.
Don't you want one? We know Brett. I
mean-
think he likes us.
I think so.
Brett came out to when Goldberg returned that Monday Night Raw in
Yeah.
Denver, and he actually got really into it.
See?
He got really into
There
it.
you go.
There you go.
There you go.
Because I think, like, I don't know if Kane was on there too. Like, he's like, I know this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyways, All In 2018. The first
yeah.
of hopefully more.
Well, yeah, they kind
I'm
of
firmly
alluded to
convinced
that.
they're not going on the WWE.
I told you that already. I told you after they were on Jericho's
it doesn't
podcast it
always
wasn't
have
going
to
to
be.
happen.
I told you. It doesn't always
Well,
have to be
here's
that.
the thing, though, because for the longest time, for the last few weeks, you've been saying, these guys are out the door. They're going. They're out the door.
Yeah, it doesn't
the
feel
Young
that way
Bucks
now.
are. They're definitely all out.
If
on WWE.
All In was a catastrophe, I still might have maintained that. But because tonight it was a success,
Yes, a huge, massive success.
I think that they're probably not going to go. I really kind of feel that way.
I see that, but I also feel like I feel like it's weird because like they have the group thing, right? Where it's just like, I feel like they will definitely stick to their guns with that, where it's like, we're not breaking this apart to go.
Yeah.
I feel like they're definitely going to stick to that. But you just never know with the machine that is WWE. Like, you know, there's always going to be a price on everything. And I feel like even if it's them as a collective and that bumps them up price-wise, I feel like there could
They're
still
stick together.
be a price whenever down the road. But obviously, like, I mean, Kenny's gone on record and said, like, creatively, you know, he still wants to tell those stories and stuff like that. So, like, that might be bigger to him than some of that other stuff, but I mean, who knows?
I think, it's funny. Like, I guess I'm just like right now, it feel like, especially tonight, after the cameras stopped rolling, like the live broadcast went off, everybody in the arena got to see the promo that, they all cut. And it was so inspiring.
Yeah.
And it was so, like, genuine. It would be very hard for me to think that they're going to, like, anytime soon anyways. I mean, a year from now is a long time. Or, like, their contracts end, like, in November.
Well, Cody and the Young Bucks Ring of Honor contracts end in November. And
Kenny
then
is in January.
January of next year, yeah.
Like, I feel like a year from now is a really long time, but it does feel like the kind of thing this entire weekend. Maybe my perspective is a bit colored because we've had such a good time at StarCast. We've seen, like, the enthusiasm that people have within, like, non-WWE wrestling. And then being there at All In and how great it was, maybe my perspective is a little bit different, but this feels like something they can't just step away from.
Yeah.
You know how it is when you go to the WWE, you're stepping away from all that stuff.
Yeah.
So
This
I
is
don't
also
know.
their thing too.
Yeah,
it's like something that's
entirely their thing.
That
their
was
thing.
okay. So that was the other thing is the prospect of building upon this seemed to be a theme that they were getting at in their promo. Like, this is something they're still building.
Yeah.
And because this was so solidly a success,
Oh, yeah.
like, there has to be that, curiosity is like, man, can we build something that can really be so different and so creative than what the WWE is doing?
All right, I have a theory. I might as well get it out of the way now.
Get it out of the way.
This is the theory I have. So Cody won the NWA title tonight. This is my wild theory. What if they take the NWA kind of back to its origins, territories, but rather than regional territories, you have, for lack of a better word, broadcast territories. You have Ring of Honor, you have Impact, AAA in Mexico, maybe even New Japan.
I love that you bring up AAA. That's like near the top of your list these days.
It really is. But just looking, because I don't think Ring of Honor by itself can compete with, nobody can really compete with WWE.
Yeah.
Ring of Honor can't by itself. Impact can't by itself. AAA can't by itself. We see New Japan as right now can't by itself. What if all these smaller promotions can get together loosely under the banner of the NWA and maybe quarterly, even just annually, have a show like this.
Yeah.
Have All In, where they all come together.
Yeah.
And the best talent from every promotion comes here. I think that'd be pretty massive.
That's going to be something that Don Callis is going to set up.
Yep.
He's like the he's the one, right? He's the one that's that's got all the he's got his hand in pretty much all of the cookie jars, so to speak. Maybe he's a integral part of that.
Oh yeah, he'll definitely be, especially if there's any sort of relationship between Impact and New Japan. And
Let me ask you this then. In order, I think the only way, like you mentioned, like, rolling out the Brinks truck to, every man has a price.
man has a prize.
Right.
To quote DiBiase.
Is that it's seemingly that's got to be the only thing right now that WWE has to compete with, because I look at so many of the I mentioned this to you today at StarCast. You look at so many of the wrestlers right now. Joey Janela, OVE passed by, Flip Gordon, Marty Scurll. Some of these guys are such average size.
Yeah.
And you think average size, you kind of think 205
Yeah.
Like the smaller guy, the guys who
that,
aren't.
that was the story of the Okada Scurll match.
Yeah,
which
that
was
was
my
the story.
favorite match of the night.
Oh, it was
by the way.
fantastic. Yeah.
Like Flip Gordon, supremely over tonight.
Yeah.
Like massively over. This
Yeah.
is a star-making performance and a star-making storyline. You were talking in the car about how they manufactured this underdog story, which is a very great point. Like, what are they going to do with Flip Gordon if they roll the Brinks truck? Oh yeah, you're going to be on 205 Live, where everybody's so exhausted from SmackDown that nobody will cheer what you're doing unless you kill yourself. Unless you put in the same performance tonight, you're going to get a golf clap for.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's something that even when you look at Cody and the Bucks and the guys that are putting all of this together, I'm sure that people like Flip and even people like Hangman and all those guys, I'm sure that's something that they probably go to them about. It's like this is an opportunity for them. Like if you weren't completely sold on Flip, it's like tonight fucking made Flip. Like I had said in the car, there were stories about the Daniel Bryan storyline of the underdog and like constantly getting pushed down, not good enough, yada yada yada, and it's just like kind of a once in a lifetime story But like in a way, what Cody and them have done with Flip is they've literally fabricated their own inner Daniel Bryan storyline with Flip, and it exploded for Flip tonight. It was insane.
When he took off that mask, people just lost their
It was insane.
Yeah.
And, I'm sure for someone like him, maybe he would see himself in that position in WWE, but like where he's at now, there's someone like Cody that's essentially looking out for him, his best interest and stuff.
Yeah.
And he's not the only one.
Yeah.
But like there's a nice infrastructure there for what they're creating now, and that might not necessarily be something that they would want to give up.
You talk about Hangman
totally
Page. That's the perfect, like, Flip is a great example. Hangman Page is a guy.
They go on and on about him.
Yeah. When he first joined Bullet Club, it was on the heels of Adam Cole. I think it was like the same night. They joined together, and Hangman Page, super young guy.
Yeah, he's about 24, something like that.
Yeah, a stud, right? But like he didn't really have a personality you can get a handle on. All of a sudden, you put him in being the Elite. They obviously seem to love this guy.
Yeah.
They know his potential, and they're getting the most out of it by giving him this goofy-ass Joey Ryan storyline that he's running with.
Yeah.
You put him in the WWE, and within months, they would have no idea what to do with him. They would have no clue what to do with him.
Yeah.
But I guess the central point is, like, from what we saw at StarCast, what we're seeing there, lines and lines of people trying to get autographs, meet and greets with, people like Chelsea Green, who I thought was fantastic tonight.
Yeah.
People like Joey Janela, again, fantastic tonight. Would he translate to the WWE?
No.
Not what he's doing.
No.
And so you've got so many more opportunities for so many more Joey Ryans, who a guy for 20 years now has made such a great career for himself outside the WWE, and he seems to be very fulfilled with that.
Yeah.
Was he the one that they had the article about buying his house?
Yeah.
That was him, right?
Yeah,
that was him?
Yeah.
That was him.
And so all these wrestlers now have an opportunity. It's like especially after watching that show tonight. Like even before the show, I was like, yeah, I'm not sure, man. Like WWE is like the big stage, but after watching All In, it's like the enthusiasm factor, and you have a chance of making a really, really good living because of the enthusiasm that's there.
Yeah.
Like how can the WWE compete? And like, it's easy to say, yeah, they've got $500 million in TV money. They can just start snatching up talent. Like who tonight? And I think the women's division is a little bit different because there's not a lot of, I don't know, like the spotlight on women's wrestling outside the WWE is not nearly as bright as it is within the WWE, and I think the same can't be said for the men's. And so I could see Chelsea Green, Tessa Blanchard, they're WWE bound. Like at some point they're going to be going. I don't know if it's going to be soon or later or whatever. I don't know what Tessa Blanchard's deal is with Impact. Chelsea Green, I know how to try out.
At the Performance Center.
Yeah, at the Performance Center. So she's ready-made. Tessa Blanchard's young, but she's ready freaking made.
Yeah.
And so that's a little bit different, but like if you look at the men, it's like, the WWE could roll out the Brinks truck, but I don't know, man. What more can you offer me?
It seems to be a situation with everybody involved in the planning, kind of the inner circle of being the Elite, that they're reasonably financially secure at this point, so they want to pursue their own vision creatively, and they don't have to worry about the money aspect so much. I mean, granted, there's effort and work that goes into it, but I would assume that's relatively stable at this point between merch sales, whatever income they make from the various promotions they work for. So for them, like Matt Jackson said, what we present to you is our vision of pro wrestling, and I hope you like it because we want to do more of this.
And every single person that performed tonight, from the Battle Royal on through the main event, had their own spotlight at any given point. Everybody in that Battle Royal that started off things.
Everybody had a story.
Everybody had their story, even if it was a small amount. Everybody was different. Everybody was treated as special. And I think that's the central point of their vision, is that it's not just, this is the Young Bucks, something that they can do, or it's just not something Cody or Kenny can do because he's the best bout machine. It's something everybody with talent can do if you're creative enough. The creative will survive. That's the biggest thing.
And they're given that platform.
They're given the platform, exactly.
Yes.
So I guess with that, we can go ahead and start from the beginning.
First match, SCU taking on the Briscoes.
Yeah, Briscoes are scary.
Very scary.
I asked the guy sitting next to me about this, but because I'm not caught up on SCU. This is a Ring of Honor thing, right?
Yeah.
I'm not really caught up on Ring of Honor.
It's a Ring of Honor
But-
and a being the elite thing. 'Cause
Yeah,
that's
SCU.
I saw
elite,
SCU
yeah.
on there briefly,
Yeah.
and I know like Kazarian and Christopher Daniels.
Yeah.
But like, was there a flip here? Weren't the Briscoes? Because last time when we were in Long Beach, the Briscoes got cheered. So I wasn't sure if like there was a turn somewhere along the line.
SCU is like the heel faction that everybody loves.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah.
impression I get. I mean, like you, I don't watch a ton of Ring of Honor, so all I know is based on what I've read up on it. But even walking around StarCast, people just start busting out SCU chants out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's they go from every, like, their gimmick is, obviously what Scorpio Sky started off with the mic is, I hate this town.
This town is the worst town I've ever been to.
Yeah. And so, they're cartoonishly villainish in that respect.
And
so
wildly entertaining and really good in the ring.
And so I think they probably, I don't know how the Briscoes, if they're usually, because, I don't watch as much Ring of Honor as I'd like to. I don't know if these days they're booked as heelish as they were tonight, like down to the like really grim music and like the all black with like crazy. I mean, I know they've had that kind of look for a while.
That music was ominous.
It was super ominous. That was like,
That's not their normal music.
Oh,
I
I don't
have
know.
no idea.
I don't remember that being the normal music.
I don't remember that, but then I haven't seen one of their matches in forever. Maybe
Yeah,
that's
same
the
here.
thing they're doing now. I don't know, but I think it was, obviously it's the kind of thing where like the Young Bucks and Cody have like a much better hand on the pulse of their audience than I think Vincent. And I'm not looking to run down the WWE like the entire time, but
Yeah.
there is a stark contrast in terms of like, man, these guys know how to please a crowd.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if it was the YouTube series thing or if it was like a Chicago thing, because Chicago's very like diehard too.
Yeah.
I
think it's
the
kind of-
atmosphere.
I think it's a combination. I think people understand, like, these, like, as they're celebrities, because of being the elite, basically,
Yeah.
for this crowd.
Yeah.
And so I think they realize that SCU is going to be, even though they're heels, they're going to be cheered. And so they, were presented as such. Scorpio Sky came out dressed up like Apollo Creed in USA.
And like, Rocky IV, yeah.
Rocky IV USA.
Yeah, and then
entrance
Kazarian
attire.
was wearing Rocky gear from Rocky 1 and 2.
Or I thought it was Rocky 3.
Oh, was it
because
Rocky 3?
They were
Okay.
recreating the Apollo Rocky training stuff on the beach.
Yeah,
And
okay. Yeah, that's right.
and so they were doing that, and then the Briscoes were they're terrifying. And but the Briscoes, I mean, like the Briscoes or not, goddamn, they know how to work a crowd, and especially heel.
Yeah.
Like,
There's one point. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I think we're going to mention the same thing.
Yeah.
The crowd was kind of, died down a little bit. Mark just turns to the crowd and says, "Shut up," or "Keep it down out there," and everybody just, gets up on
Boos
the
yes.
crap out of them.
Yeah.
So real fun match though.
Yeah, it was great. A lot of really cool tag team spots, some high flying from Scorpio Sky.
Mm-hmm. I haven't seen enough Scorpio Sky.
I haven't either.
Yeah.
It was just this one and then their match that kicked off the show at Long Beach. earlier this year.
Kazarian, he doesn't age.
No.
I loved the fact that like we saw him at like the very first independent show I think we ever went to.
Probably in 1998.
1998, and he called himself the future Frank Kazarian, the future. And for whatever reason, like it's like he's just kept in amazing shape and he's maintained, his relevancy. That's freaking great to see that. In 1998.
1998. It's insane, man.
We're old.
I was 8 years old.
That sounds about right. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. we're in
Anyways,
college.
SCU picked up the win. Briscoes had Kazarian up for a Doomsday Device type move. And then I think it was Mark jumped off the top rope. Kazarian caught him. Power slam off that.
Yeah.
Got the pin.
Oh, that was good. That was
pretty
really
nuts.
good. Yeah. Crowd goes crazy.
Yes.
As they did many times during the night.
Pretty much the entire night.
Next match.
Next, Battle Royal. Over the budget Battle Royal.
Oh, this was so much fun. There were so many freaking stars in this match.
There's so many little stories. Like, they made an entire story about Trent and Chuck trying to hug.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Little simple thing.
And Rocky Romero and his relationship with Trent, obviously, and their thing.
Yeah.
He pulled them back in at one
yeah,
point.
Yeah, he pulled him back in. Yeah. I didn't know who was the tall dude. I didn't know who that was.
In the green tights?
Yes.
That
That
was
was,
Baron Corbin Uso.
Baron Corbin. Who was
That's what the guy next to me
Oh, that's
said.
Brandon Cutler. I think that was
Corbin Uso.
That's what the guy
That's
next to me
his name
said.
now.
the Young Bucks announced
Oh,
their friend of theirs.
Yeah,
I
okay.
think that was him. Yeah,
he used
that has
to
be him.
train with them or something.
Yeah.
Oh,
That was him.
Good for him. There was a good spot when what is it? Was it against like Brian Cage or something? Like Brian Cage was walking him down. And he was like, "Oh, sorry, dude."
Brian Cage is absolutely
Jacked.
He is
ridiculous
massive.
looking in person. I mean, look at his Instagram and seeing some of the just. He's a freak of nature. What is like? I don't understand. What's he on? What is this? It's not. It's not humane.
He's on discipline and a great diet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dedication.
He's on dedication and wheat churn. That's what he's on.
It's insane
Yeah, he's
how big
massive.
he is.
He is
He's
massive.
fucking athletic as hell.
Yeah.
That dude can do some shit. My favorite sequence was him and Jordan Grace.
Yeah, that was great.
She was a friggin' MVP in this match. She was absolutely fantastic. I've been following her on like Instagram and Twitter and stuff, and she's putting together these like really like these powerhouse matches.
Mm-hmm.
She's so much fun to watch. And her like putting freaking Brian Cage on her back and then
squatting
Yeah.
was fantastic. Oh man, that was I love that stuff.
That was great.
Yeah.
Who was the little guy?
That's
Marco Stout?
Marco Stunt.
Stunt. I
Marco
didn't.
Stunt.
So I don't know anything about him. I didn't. Coming into this weekend, like I saw he's scheduled for this.
I saw a lot of shirts at StarCast this weekend.
Yeah.
Of his.
I don't know anything, but oh
He's
my
awesome.
god.
He's
Yeah.
awesome. He was
Dude.
getting ragdolled everywhere.
Oh,
What?
Bully Ray was destroying him.
By
His hair, by his hair, he was like about to let go off
And
the
dude,
side,
it
and he
wasn't-
picked him back up by the hair.
He did. It wasn't the thing where he did this
No.
like to hold on.
He literally picked
He
him up by the
literally
hair.
had him by the hair. That kid was crazy. How old is he?
I don't know.
He
But
has a tattoo, so I think he's got. I mean, I know like
when Bully Ray eliminated him, he just literally tossed him from the ring.
Like,
Over the top rope. Just
yeah,
threw him.
Threw him. He's tiny.
Yeah, he's really small.
Like he makes Cheeseburger look like a freaking hoss.
Mm-hmm.
That kid is tiny.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Cheeseburger was in this.
Cheeseburger was in this, which was surprising because we saw him at StarCast and it looked like he had a hard time just walking.
Yeah.
So I was like, what is he doing here? I thought he was hurt.
We saw Billy Gunn's kid, Austin Gunn.
Austin Gunn,
He,
Billy Kid's
he
son.
punches and crotch chops just like his dad.
He's taken a lot from his dad. Not
Yeah.
the statuesque body of his
He's
dad.
young still.
But
That's
he's still
legit.
young.
Legit, his kid.
His
Yeah.
kid, yeah.
That's
Yeah.
really it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was a gimmick.
No, I think that's.
I thought it was a gimmick. I thought it was
I'm
like
pretty sure it is.
like
Have we confirmed that? That is his kid?
I thought it was like
I
a
think
like
they
a
should've
Gato
been.
thing, like where it was like, you know, he dresses up as somebody else. Like I thought it was something like that.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was like legit his kid.
I think
Pretty
it's
sure-
his kid.
I'm pretty sure it's his kid.
He was hanging. He was like next to him at
StarCast.
StarCast.
Wore his tights and everything.
Yeah. There's a resemblance.
There is a facial resemblance, yeah. But freaking Billy Gunn, when you get next to him in person, I'm like,
He is
he's a
huge.
statue.
He is
that man is,
huge.
and he's like freaking man.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
So that was fun. There was a lot of good father-son moments there.
Yeah.
Lots of suckets.
Yeah.
It was like borderline uncomfortable at a couple points. The Hurricane, we got to see the Hurricane do his stuff.
Yeah.
With the choke slams.
Pop for the choke
Several
slam.
choke
Yeah,
slams.
people love that.
Yeah.
Ethan Page had a good
He
showing.
was the one keeping best friends from hugging.
Yeah, that was really good stuff.
Tommy,
and Bully Ray had a couple spots.
Oh, Tommy Dreamer, that's right. Yeah, Bully Ray was a late addition, I think.
Yeah,
Like,
he walked
came
out
in-
after everybody else was
everybody
already
else.
actually in the match.
Punishment Martinez, he also had some good stuff going
Yeah,
on.
Moose had that great moment where he'd punch someone and Moose.
Oh,
Punch,
yeah, he was
Moose,
laying out everybody, and
punch,
then everybody
Moose,
took him out.
Punch, Moose.
That was really fun.
It was just fun. Like the first two matches, I think I leaned over to you and said, "This is already the most fun I've ever had at a wrestling show."
I know. And the crowd knew every single story that was going
Yeah,
on. It
yeah.
was just a joy to watch. Everybody was having so much fun.
What was
Moose
cool though is
great.
even if you didn't get it, like I said, like I would just ask the dude next to me, and
Yeah.
like everybody was so nice about, you know, catching people up, and even if you, it's like because there's so many different promotions that are a part of this
Yeah.
event, it's like it's hard to catch every single one and know every single person.
Yeah.
But if somebody next to you knows, it wasn't like there wasn't like a weird, you know, the disconnect or anything like that. Like everybody in the arena, all collectively in this Chicago arena, was all on the same page, seemingly,
yeah.
which was amazing to see because it's normally it can be very different.
Yeah,
Yeah. No, it was. So I like my overall impression of the show in terms of like the energy, which was outstanding. Was it honestly, honest to God, felt like an old school PWG show, like before they moved to the theater in the Armory. 400 people with just such a community and an energy and a passion, but 10,000 people.
Yeah.
It literally felt
Yeah,
like
it felt a
the
lot
crowd
like
was
that, yeah.
going ape shit for the stuff they should go ape shit for.
Yeah.
They were eating every second of it up, and it just that was PWG for
Yeah.
the shows that
There was
we
no
went to.
anti-chance,
Right, yeah.
no go against the grain chance. There was
One of my
no
favorite bits
taking over the chance. No,
was,
none of that.
No.
when Janela climbed the ladder towards the finish of their match, and the crowd started chanting safety first.
Yeah.
It was like everybody in the crowd was like, "Just don't hurt yourself. Just don't hurt yourself."
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, the best chant was probably when they carried Hangman Page off.
Yeah.
Rest in penis.
Yeah. Oh, that was fantastic.
Clever. Some clever people out there. Anyways, early on this match, there was a masked wrestler.
Yeah.
Chico.
Yeah. That was powerbombed through a table by Bully Ray.
Yeah.
Right at the beginning. Bully Ray eliminated Colt Cabana, thinking he had won. However, Chico entered the ring, eliminated Bully Ray, unmasked himself. It was Flip Gordon.
Flip Gordon gets the Ring of Honor title shot later in the night against Jay Lethal. Yeah, the finish was great because Colt Cabana got such a fantastic reception. Obviously, there's the stuff going on with him, CM Punk, and I was really, really happy to see the reception he got.
Yeah.
You know, people were chanting
Yeah.
Colt quite a bit.
Yeah.
And it's funny because like we didn't hear like what was going on in commentary, but after he got eliminated, he went up to after the end of the match, after Bully Ray got eliminated rather, he went up to commentary to sort of, give his punctuation mark.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it was when no, was it
That was after the.
when did they do the Shield Powerbomb?
That was after the
Ring of Honor title match.
Yeah.
Okay. So it was after that he went up there and said it's about time. And I don't know, it seemed like it was a cathartic, nice moment for the guy who's probably going through some shit right now.
Yeah. Oh, it was awesome. They had Excalibur in commentary.
Yeah.
He's great.
Yeah.
On the PWG, he's outstanding.
Yeah, he's fantastic. So yeah, Flip Gordon won the over the budget battle royal.
Yes.
To get his Ring of Honor title opportunity, which came later.
Yes. The first match on the pay-per-view card was Matt Cross, Son of Havoc from Lucha Underground.
Yeah.
Against MJF. Not that familiar with MJF, but he's doing some really solid character stuff.
Yeah, he's like a really great character, and he's solid in the ring too.
Yeah,
Like he kind of reminds me a bit of like a Nuvo EC3.
Okay.
Like like
It seemed
I
like a
can see that,
mix
yeah.
between that
Yeah.
and I got a little bit of Sandow from him too.
Oh, that's interesting. I could see that too. I
Yeah.
could see a little bit of that.
And then he did the bow a la Hunter Hearst Helmsley.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. I like that there was a couple little shout outs to the WWE,
Yeah.
like the Shield Powerbomb.
Well, also
of
like
course.
the Flip Gordon Jay Lethal match featured entire sequences from WrestleMania matches.
I'm so glad you pointed it out to me because I was on the tip of figuring it out, and you said that's literally
That's
the
beginning of WrestleMania 3,
move to
Macho
move.
Man,
That's the start
Steamboat.
of WrestleMania 3. Their match,
And then the sequence there, the Hogan Macho Man from WrestleMania 5.
yeah, yeah. That's
I don't think I picked up on all those either. I picked up on the missile.
Oh, yeah, the Elizabeth
the
stuff.
obvious ones.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, the MJ. So I wasn't. You've watched a little bit more Lucha
Yeah, yeah.
Underground. I have watched no Lucha Underground, and you've watched a little bit of Lucha.
Yeah.
You've watched like all of season 1, haven't you?
No, I've watched about 2/3 of season 2.
Okay. So I'm not like familiar with Matt Cross, but I liked him.
Yeah.
I thought he was good.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is he like super old or not?
I don't know.
Because he has like gray hair, but
Yeah.
so he looks
In
old?
Lucha, he's got a mask on and everything.
Yeah.
So it's kind of weird seeing him like
37.
that.
Okay, so yeah, he's old.
He was also he was a Tough Enough guy though too.
Oh
He was previously on Tough Enough.
man, one of these days I gotta go back and watch Tough Enough because I swear I find out like a old wrestler was on Tough Enough and it's like, oh wow, he's on like on Lucha
Yeah.
Underground, Impact, whatever now.
I don't know if he
Yeah,
got
2011.
eliminated or what happened. I don't remember
Yeah.
that far, but I know he was on.
Yeah, he was eliminated in the second week.
He
Yeah.
looks cool as hell in Lucha Underground, the
Yeah.
Son of Havoc.
Yeah,
character.
well, I think he looks cool with his graying hair. I
He
think it
looks cool,
awesome.
regardless. There's a new genre of like really cool gray-haired bearded wrestlers like Dr. Wagner.
Yeah, Dr. Wagner's a man. He's got the greatest voice in the history of humanity. So good. Oh man. Anyways, Matt Cross picked the win. Shooting Star Press.
Have you seen Triple Mania yet?
I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, I saw like a super cut of like the
God.
they called it like a shit show and they had like a super cut of it and I recognize the
Dude, hey, so listen, can we plan this? So we're gonna do a Triple Mania live stream reaction next year.
Yeah.
Can you be a part of that? I feel like
to
it's
react
something
to it?
that we would all just freaking.
Do you want to come to Sacramento and take part in this?
I could probably do that.
All right.
Well, yeah, we have a year. Let's
Yeah.
make sure
Yeah.
this happens.
I have a spare bedroom. You can stay with me and my family,
I'll
React to some trip.
I'll put you up in a place.
or that.
Have your own. I'll just put you up in a place. It's okay.
Either way.
Kids running around, man. Nobody wants that. Anyways, moving on.
Moving on next. Stephen Amell.
Who won that one?
I already said Matt Cross, Shooting Star Press.
Nice. Well done.
Stephen Amell making his solo ring debut, I believe,
I think it was.
because his other match was against Stardust, and he tagged with Neville.
Yeah.
Yeah.
SummerSlam.
Who didn't
Yeah.
make an appearance, by the way.
I know, that was a bummer.
That was a
There's
drag.
a point where I thought he might. Anyways, he had a match against Christopher Daniels, SCU member Christopher Daniels.
So, like, from what I understand, I didn't, and now it's funny because now having watched All In, I want to like go to the backlog of Being the Elite and watch
And
like
catch up
the
on it, I
build.
know.
But like, apparently Christopher Daniels gave like a really, really super great promo, basically saying, you know, Stephen Amell, you can't just, you know, think you could be a pro wrestler. You're basically pretending or something like that. And so I want to go back and watch that. But that was the story of this. You know, obviously Christopher Daniels, wrestling machine, dude's been doing it for like 100 years.
Yeah.
And then
Stephen Amell, second match ever.
Yeah.
second match.
Probably couldn't have picked a better like a safer person
Oh,
though
I know,
for
I know.
him.
Oh,
to,
yeah.
You know,
Considering
to
some of the
do
stuff
that.
they did was actually fairly ambitious.
Yeah.
It was. And you know what? I'll give this as many effort points as I have in the bank. You get all the effort points. It kind of scared me sometimes because
Yeah.
I don't want to see a guy get hurt.
Yeah.
And they were doing things that people can get hurt doing them. And I'm not even talking about the table stuff. I'm not talking about that.
Yeah.
I'm talking about basic wrestling stuff
Yeah.
that you can get hurt doing, like hip tosses, suplexes.
Well, that spot where Amell reversed Daniel's finisher and kind of did like butterfly.
was really
Pretty-
solid.
Yeah, it was really good.
That was really
But that's a situation where if someone doesn't have their head right, that's an injury.
Yeah, I know.
know?
I know. And it was obvious, like, it's so funny. I guess one thing about this match, and look, like I said, effort points,
Yes,
a
absolutely.
million of them to Stephen Amell. And, hey, the dude looks like a
yeah,
wrestler.
he does.
He looks like
He had
a
his
carries
own
himself.
gear and everything.
He
carries
he-
himself like
He
a
had an
wrestler.
entourage. I didn't know who he was.
Don't know who that was. You're wearing a Bullet Club shirt.
Came out to Bullet Club music, even
Came
though
out
for
to
the
Bullet
for the
Club music.
broadcast, they didn't play the actual lyrics to it.
Yeah.
They did it when we were leaving.
No, there's lyrics to Stephen Amell's.
No, there wasn't.
Yeah, there was.
It was no, dude. It was like the first line, and then they masked it. I was listening very
That's
carefully
interesting. Why would they do that?
because it says I shot a guy
Oh, yeah, I guess.
and
so,
with
maybe.
my gun or something like that.
Oh.
It was. I was listening. I was like, where the fuck is the lyrics? That
No, I remember hearing the first line, but I guess
And
I
then, yeah.
tuned out after that.
and then at the end,
It's so buried in the mix, anyways.
because when they played the song at the end is when they did. It was like the original song with
Yeah.
like the names of the people
Yeah,
in it.
yeah.
They didn't do that for his. It was like a completely different thing. But that was cool. And he looked great. It's just it made me appreciate the little details. Foot movement.
Yeah,
When you're a wrestler who's been doing it forever,
it comes naturally.
your
Second
foot
nature.
movement, you know where to go, how to get there every single time. With him, it was just obvious that because he's like
He doesn't have the reps, yeah.
He doesn't have the reps. It just came off as awkward.
Yeah.
And so like that took me a little bit out of the match.
Well, there's that one instance where he was using his foot to choke Christopher Daniels while he's in the corner, and he was using his arms to really lean back as if there was actual torque on it.
Yeah.
While
yeah.
his back leg was just obviously just completely relaxed.
Yeah.
So I mean, like he was trying to.
Yeah.
Thinking it's a matter of reps.
You know, it really is. It really is. And like you said, you know, you're not going to have somebody better than Christopher Daniels to be in there with
to help
you.
guide him through the process.
Exactly.
Try and tell
and
a
you can
story.
see him like, you know, calling spots and everything. And, you know, God bless him. He did as good as anybody could do in that situation. So that's awesome.
And he took that table spot.
And he took the table spot. Dude, he put himself out there, and for that alone,
Oh, heck
you know,
yeah.
he gets all the kudos in the world. It's just watching the actual match, it sort of took me out of it. But no, Christopher Daniels ended up going over. Of course, obviously, you know, we both saw that coming a mile away.
I think so.
Yeah.
No, I picked Stephen Amell, I think.
Really?
Yeah, I thought there'd be some hijinks.
Oh, that's interesting.
But Christopher Daniels, yeah, he won the moonsault.
Yeah. I think we both didn't we? But like afterwards, we've changed our predictions a little bit going into it, like over the past couple of days.
No, well, whatever is on.
There's our I know.
Whatever's in the video is what actually.
None of it has any stakes though.
Au contraire.
You don't really have to look it up.
No, I want to look it up.
You guys don't have stakes?
No, I don't
No
have
bets?
stakes.
No, not really. We did that once.
We should do one where we do a pay-per-view where it's like,
Triple Mania.
like I don't know. I wouldn't be able to.
Exactly.
That's what's great about it.
I guess,
I
yeah.
don't think they even like announce half the matches until like the thing starts.
Yeah.
Well, I was gonna say it would be good to have like a my bets versus like your guys' bets or something like that.
That would be good.
Yeah, that's fine. We could set something up.
Triple Mania. Nobody knows what's going on.
Exactly.
They're just
I'm-
pick who you think looks cooler.
I'm putting all my money on Dr. Wagner.
Isn't Dr. Wagner Junior? No, it's senior. It's senior, right?
Junior.
It's junior. It is
Yeah,
junior.
yeah.
Okay.
So there's actually an older Dr. Wagner.
The Dr. Wagner-esque.
Oh, you do have your predictions here.
Yeah, they're all here.
I think I picked against Bullet Club through and through.
Yeah, pretty much.
But then going into it, like yesterday, I was like, man, I really think
Yeah,
Cody's
you really
gonna win
did.
this thing.
You really did.
I like picked against.
I thought I thought it was gonna go that way. I mean, we could obviously get to it when we get to it or whatever. But I thought like once they showed him, like it was noticeable that he was getting kind of emotional when
Yes.
they showed him up on the Tron, like
Yeah.
with his
Yeah.
dog and everything.
Oh,
Like,
once
first
Pharaoh
off,
made an appearance for
yeah,
the Rangers, like, oh,
I'm
Cody's
not,
going over.
I'm not fucking booing his dog for one.
Yeah.
Cody is
Like,
going
no matter
over
what.
and he brings Pharaoh out. 100%.
I like that Tommy Dreamer was the one who got to take over Pharaoh too.
Yeah,
I know.
I'm good with dogs. But no, yeah, because here was my point of view on that was this is a celebration of wrestling, and what is this trying to accomplish? But like getting the wrestling community over, and so it would make sense to me for like all Bullet Club, it's their thing. They're gonna put their friends over because they're already over. But then I was like, all these people are here to see Bullet Club. Why the fuck are they gonna lose? So that didn't make any sense.
I know.
So yeah, basically all the Being the Elite players, with the exception of Marty Scurll, because we knew that Okada was not. Even no, but that's the funny thing. Who do we pick for Okada Scurll?
I picked Okada, you picked Skrull.
I picked Scurll.
Because you thought Skrull, based on the
Even-
story they were telling, needed to go over to...
No, that I still had Scurll, like even as of yesterday. So yeah. Although once Okada came out, I was like, oh, he's going over because he's Okada.
Yeah. He's
Like,
the best.
In the end, he's still Okada.
He's still the best.
You know. But anyways, where were we? What match were we?
Oh, the women's match. Britt Baker, DMD. Dr. Britt Baker.
Dr. Britt Baker.
Yeah,
Because she officially got her dentist thing.
Yeah. Versus Madison Rayne versus Chelsea Green versus Tessa Blanchard.
This was freaking great. Chelsea Green is next level to me now.
Yeah.
Like seeing, like, because we lucky enough to be sat next to her at StarCast.
Oh, she was awesome.
She brings energy to
was
whatever
awesome.
place you're in, unlike anybody I've seen. Like, she's fantastic. And so she was sort of like a split. I don't know, like, generally what...
Well, she wasn't doing the Laurel Van Ness stuff. She was doing
She was
in
half
Impact.
of that.
Yeah.
Like, she was like a two-faced version of, like, who she is, like, Chelsea Green on the indie circuit. And then she will also bust out Laurel Van Ness, I think, on the indie circuit as well.
I think that was just because right now it's hot mess Chelsea Green.
Okay, yeah. Like, she probably can't, or she just probably chooses not to use the
Laurel
Laurel
Van
Van Ness
Ness,
name
yeah.
because that's what she was in Impact, and she's not there anymore. But she's the hot mess, which is like a dejected bride character that has its origin in Impact. And she was doing like a Two-Face version of it, which I thought was really, really
Oh,
clever.
the handshake bit in the beginning.
The handshake
yeah.
bit, and just literally down the side of her face. She had like messy makeup on one side, and she was clean on the other.
Mm-hmm.
White bridal stuff on one side, or white gear on one side, and green on the other.
Yeah.
And so I thought it was a magnificent way of like doing both those gimmicks in one,
Mm-hmm.
the split personality thing. To me, she was fantastic, and Tessa Blanchard was also, not to take anything away from Britt Baker or Madison Rayne.
Madison Rayne took what looked like a nasty bump early on
Mm-hmm.
when Tessa threw her into the barricade.
Yeah.
I was worried she actually got hurt.
There were two spots I thought, well, no, there was that. There was also when Chelsea Green did that massive drop kick.
Yeah.
She came down and her ankle, for a second I was like, did she just snap her ankle? But I think she just has really like
Flexible joints.
flexible joints because her ankle was doing this, and I was like, did she just bust
Well, and
that
she was
up?
also really selling it.
And she was super selling, but then
Yeah.
she like hopped back up and she was fine. But her character work was just outstanding in this. Like, it was fantastic. She even did, like, because she's, I think, married or just the fiance. She
Well, at
was
least
married.
dating Zack Ryder.
Zack Ryder.
She did the woo woo.
She did the woo woo woo, which was fantastic.
and his corner kick thing.
Yeah. I thought she was really great. And Tessa Blanchard, for being so young and being so on point with her pro wrestling, oh my God.
Oh, we should mention, too, that when she walked down the ring, down at the bottom of the stairs was Tully
Yeah.
and Magnum TA.
And Magnum TA, yeah.
I didn't catch that, so that was...
It was nice. She got I mean, dude, could you imagine what they could do with her and Charlotte?
I know.
Oh my God, that'd
I know.
be great.
She does like the same pose as like
Yeah.
Charlotte. She's got like the same
Yeah.
same taunt. She needs to, someone needs to change it up if they go toe to toe. They can't both do the same taunt.
That's a good point. But yeah, no, I think she's gonna be a star. She's in Impact right now. She's like the Knockouts champion or whatever. She's doing good work there. But yeah, do like a Horseman.
This was a
What
solid.
other daughters of Horsemen are there? Do we know? Is there a Wyndham kid?
Yeah, I think.
Really?
Maybe. I don't know.
Probably. Does Sid have like a daughter?
I know he has a son.
Yeah.
He was on Big Brother.
What other was
Paul
Sting-
Roma?
Paul Roma? Is there a baby Roma?
I don't know.
Sting have a kid?
I don't know.
Was Sting in the Horseman?
Briefly, they were going to put him in, and then they turned on him.
RoboCop was RoboCop in the
Was
Horseman?
That was the aftermath of them kicking Sting out of the Horseman, I believe.
Oh my
RoboCop
God.
was involved in a Horseman storyline.
Yeah. Sting brought him in to counter the strength of Sting. Sorry, Sid.
Does Luger have a daughter?
I don't know.
Luger was definitely a Horseman.
Yeah,
Malenko?
don't know. Steve McMichael.
Mungo.
Oh my God. Stop. Mongo McMichael.
Now we've gone too far.
We got too far.
Yeah,
Sorry.
now you're hitting like points at like WCW era when like I was watching and I was flicking the channel off in some of these points.
Arn or Oli? Do they have daughters?
I don't know.
Anyways.
Anyway, this is a really good match.
No, it was a really, really fun match. It was great. I do think my only qualm with it was that finish was a tad awkward.
It felt like the attempts to break up were a beat too perfect.
They were successful in breaking it. Like compared to other like pin breakup attempts that don't really feel like they should be successful. Like if you just like that's one of my like things about wrestling that sometimes bugs me is when like a pin attempt can be broken up simply by like sort of kind of mildly touching somebody.
Yeah, if there's contact, then that's
If
not a
there's
pin
any
anymore.
contact, then it's not a pin anymore. That's silly because like the shoulder's still down.
Yeah.
You're supposed to break the damn thing up.
Yeah, he's supposed to knock the person off or lift up the shoulders.
So Tessa Blanchard hit
Hammerlock DDT on Chelsea Green.
on Chelsea Green, goes for the pin, and on 3, Madison Rayne and Britt Baker both get there on time.
Both lunge and like try to break it up right at 3.
The ref wasn't fast enough, and so he should have been a little faster, I should say, because it felt like they got there right on 3, and the crowd thought that it was broken up.
Yeah.
But it wasn't. Tessa
Yeah.
Blanchard won, and so the crowd reaction was a little bit delayed. And I also just feel like that Chelsea Green right before that
Did a Canadian destroyer.
that the crowd nutted over.
Yeah.
And it needed more time for that crowd to calm down before the finish happened.
Yeah.
So I feel like it happened, like the finish happened like 3 moves early.
Yeah, and then the timing was too good.
Yeah.
the
on
breakup.
But Tessa was great. She won. And so, yeah, good for her.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Awesome match.
Yeah.
Next, for the NWA World's Heavyweight Championship, Cody versus Nick Aldis.
This should have been the main event, right?
I don't know. I mean, in terms of the emotional catharsis, yeah. At the same time, granted, the main event was truncated because of time.
Yeah.
But the 11 and plus minutes we got of it were phenomenal.
Yeah.
So imagine, I don't know, like it was originally booked for 20 minutes, what more they had planned on doing. It was the main event was the second shortest match on the main card.
Oh, wow.
I guess just because everything else went over.
Yeah. I did know. You know what's funny? I did notice. You notice how quickly Okada and Skrull left the ring after their match?
Oh, yeah.
Like, they didn't, like, Skrull, I thought, probably should have got a, hey,
Yeah, he was up the ring.
great
How
job,
that
everybody.
happened.
They were running up there.
Yeah.
Everybody was, like, running to get into place.
He didn't even come back out at the end.
No.
He was
Yeah.
gone.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's right. Oh, yeah.
And that was the longest match on the card was Okada Skrull.
Great
That's
match.
fantastic.
Okada's
the best.
James, what do you think about Nick Aldis? Where does Nick Aldis go from here?
I don't really know too much about him.
He's British.
I still call him Magnus.
Yeah?
It's
It's a cooler name.
Yeah, I'm still kind of stuck on that.
He's a national treasure, according to him.
But he's also the dealer.
But he's
That's what
also-
his pants said.
I don't know what the dealer reference is.
I don't either.
I keep on thinking of the gambler,
Yeah.
but I don't think it has any reference.
No,
to
the dealer would be dealing to the gambler.
Sure. Yeah, he's a stud though. He's
Yeah, he
huge.
is. He is.
I think he was a worthy NWA champion.
For 200 plus days.
But his time is up.
Yeah. So Cody, they do the UFC thing where he's walking through, or the Goldberg thing where he's walking through the locker room and he's got his entourage.
Got legends
This
with him.
is-
He's got DDP. He's got Tommy Dreamer. He's got Glacier.
Can we just stop there a second? He's got Glacier. James, why didn't you go to Star? Glacier was at Starcast
yeah,
signing.
he was sitting across from us.
I've
and
only
he was in his freaking gear.
Yeah, man.
His old WCW outfit.
I've only seen Glacier like one time. One time, I think, on TV.
Really?
Yeah, I
It
think
didn't
so.
leave that much of an impression, huh?
Well, like
Didn't you ever see his entrance? It
that
was,
time,
like,
that time
really
frame was
expensive.
so weird because it was like back and forth for me.
Yeah, they
but
made it
like,
snow in the arena.
you know, sometimes I would only have to like pick one or the other, and so like my WCW history is kind of like spotty because
Ah.
normally if it'd be one versus the other, I'd usually pick the other. So like I didn't really catch that much WCW. But yeah, I vaguely remember the Sub-Zero, esque ripoff of Glacier.
Whoa, hold
Let's
on.
watch
Glacier
our
might have been
language
the
here,
most
maybe.
Sorry, I
powerful,
mean-
powerful character in
fantastic
WCW's
character
NWA
work.
tour.
Probably best WCW character to
I mean,
come out of the
And
promotion.
a martial artist of great
A
notoriety.
book.
Yeah.
I mean, like he could write the book on ring psychology.
Yeah.
You come out with that much frost and like dry ice, you're gonna get in the heads of your freaking opponents, man.
Yeah, man.
And on top of that,
And heat from the crowd because you're making them cold.
that's deep right there.
I put him
and
at
on-
like number 2 next to the Yet-Tay.
And on top of that, Larson used to piss me off so bad because he would just super kick the shit out of me using Glacier in World Tour, and I used to get mad at him back in
Yeah,
college.
it couldn't beat me when I
Oh.
played his
I
Glacier.
couldn't beat him as Glacier. Just like now in Virtual Pro Wrestling, I can't beat him when he's Minoru Suzuki. It pisses me off. It's so annoying.
We did a open challenge, Minoru Suzuki open challenge for like
Literally
2 hours.
went through like fucking 20
For
wrestlers.
2 hours.
None of them could
That's on
beat him.
PS2, right? That's a PS2 game?
No, that's the
N64.
N64.
N64 game?
Yeah,
Really?
Virtual Pro Wrestling.
Oh, that's the same engine, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like
Same
it's
engine.
like the game in between World Tour and Revenge.
I know there was a Japan PS2 game that I've been seeing some clips on. People
Oh.
going back to play that, but I think it's an imported one. I'm not really sure.
Ooh.
I don't know who's on the roster.
I gotta check that out.
Yeah.
Have you played any of the Fire Pro stuff? Fire Pro World?
I just bought the new Fire Pro
Yeah.
that came out. It's kind of hard to. It's definitely got a learning curve. I like it, but like it definitely has a learning curve because it's more timing based.
Yeah.
The gameplay and stuff.
I just sit there and mash buttons, and it's not very
It doesn't.
satisfying.
It doesn't work because
Yeah.
it's like you have to like hit a button at a certain time, like right when you lock up and stuff like that, and it's more simulation and stuff. So it's different from like the 2K stuff, but it's still fun.
Yeah.
I like the New Japan like expansion that they put out with it, and I think they have like a GM mode that's going to be coming out with DLC, like
that's
more
cool.
of a Fire Pro, like a management one
Yeah.
that they're coming out with.
fun.
That sounds cool.
So yeah, Cody was joined by the Nightmare Family, DDP, Glacier,
Pharaoh.
Pharaoh, Tommy Dreamer, and once you saw Pharaoh, you knew. Oh, and Brandy, of course. You knew Cody was going over
Yeah.
because the man that great with animals is not going to lose.
But okay, that's fine. But then look at Magnus's entourage.
yeah, Jeff Jarrett.
Tim Storm,
Yeah,
who looked like he had been in the sun for like 16 days straight.
yeah,
Like I'm talking like near the sun.
yeah. No, like
really-
Mercury,
really close to the sun.
like the planet Mercury.
'Cause
Yes,
that dude was like
he was super
he
tan.
was a really odd color.
And Davari.
And Davari was
Yeah,
there.
Davari.
And Davari was there.
Davari.
So okay, can we confirm?
Samuel Shaw was the dude with red gloves, according to Wikipedia.
Oh, I thought it was like paint on his hands.
They look like gloves, man.
Looked like he like just got done, I don't know, dipping his hands in Kool-Aid or something. So Samuel Shaw, were they all former NWA champions? Was that the deal? Because I know Tim Storm obviously was. Jeff Jarrett has been.
Samuel Shaw.
Wasn't he a dude in
in
Impact that
Yeah,
had
he
the
was in
Dexter
Impact.
gimmick or something like
He was
that?
an Impact.
Did he have the Dexter gimmick where he
Was
had
it
like
murder?
yeah, he had like the gloves and he had like he wore Dexter's like
Yeah,
shirt.
yeah,
It was
oh
like
my
Samuel
God.
Shaw
it was
character.
literally Dexter's gimmick.
This is according to Wikipedia. Samuel Shaw is a character similar to Patrick Bateman from American Psycho, and as well as ring attire similar to the clothes worn by Dexter Morgan.
Yeah, it was that guy. I remember
Did he
him.
win NWA Championship?
Doesn't
Is
look
he
like
just
it.
buddies with Magnus?
Must be.
And then Daivari. Did Daivari ever win NWA Championship? A lot of like sort of lower rung people won that title before it sort of came back to prominence like last year.
Tavari's picture on Wikipedia.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Davari was just there to take a bomb back.
Yeah.
And he's there to eat a diamond cutter.
It's like, oh, you need somebody who did Diamond Cutter? Cool. So this match was like straight up out of like
This was like an old school
it
NWA
was
match.
like 1982 again.
Yeah.
And we're at the Great American Bash.
Yeah, where the huge pivot point in the match was a figure 4 leg lock and the reversal of pressure.
Which I love. And Cody, was that real blood or fake? It wasn't dripping. It wasn't like.
He was down there for a while.
He was down
a lot
there
of
for a
people in
while.
my area were saying that he bladed.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay. Well,
I don't
maybe
know.
he did.
I wouldn't be surprised it didn't. So there's a spot where Cody was doing the leap off the top rope. Instead of hitting it, Magnus hits him with the forearm. Cody falls.
Referee Earl Hebner throws
Goes
out
out
the
there.
X,
He throws up the X. Out comes DDP to check on him.
which was going to result in a
Yeah.
diamond cutter.
And then, rather than a doctor, DDP comes out.
Well, let me honestly though, if you're busted up, who would you rather have, DDP or some standard?
Well, here's
doctor?
the thing: if the
The crowd started chanting yoga, when he
Yoga.
came out.
if
Heal him with the yoga.
if I have to compete in a wrestling match, I need to get back on my feet. I want DDP to motivate me.
Do
Yeah,
some
man,
DDP
that's
But if I
what
need actual medical attention,
Still DDP.
doing downward dog's not going to do the trick to keep me from bleeding.
Look, man.
It might actually make me bleed more. Cobra maybe because you put your head up.
Yeah.
Anyways, DDP runs down to check on Cody. Daivari runs out to give Aldis some water and a towel
Towel.
because it seemed like we're just taking a timeout here.
Yeah.
But on the way to the ring, Daivari pushes DDP. You don't do that, DDP.
No.
He's a WWE Hall of Famer.
He brought the diamond cutter out of retirement for Daivari.
Yeah.
Because he had retired it.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
watched
Yeah.
short little fan video. Like he retired like a couple years
It wasn't that long ago.
It
Yeah,
wasn't
yeah.
that long ago.
Yeah. But
So-
no, it's unretired because Daivari ate one. And it was great.
So hopefully we'll dole out a lot more of those.
The crowd was 100% behind Cody for this match.
Kayfabe, there's a couple problems here though. Hebner throws out the X, and like you said, DDP comes up. Was there no ambulance there? Was
Well,
there
I think.
no
I mean, I would.
EMT?
I would think.
DDP said,
legally.
"Hold on, guys."
And for insurance purposes, there would have to be medical staff on site
But he
to
threw out
attend
the
and.
X, and nobody came out but DDP.
But here's the thing: we all know what the X means.
Means get the
At,
EMT.
at this
Yes.
point, they've been using the X against us in certain situations.
Yeah,
like
I feel
I
like
hate
I
that.
feel like
they've
that's
definitely
happening.
been.
They've
doing
now
that.
kayfabed the X.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not huge on that, to be honest with you. I want to know if somebody's really hurt or not.
I know. And
It's
before
more
that
for
was the
me-
thing.
Yeah. It's more for me than anything else.
I know you want to know that peace of mind. Or if you see a spot and the X isn't thrown up, all right,
Everybody's probably good.
They're good.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, that happens. The Diamond Cutter is thrown. Cody finally eventually gets up. For whatever reason, Earl Hebner is
bleeding
not
all over the place.
counting out Cody.
It was injury timeout.
That shouldn't be a thing. Cody gets in. Is that? Yeah, and he's like bleeding.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
looked
yeah.
great. It was a great visual.
Yeah, it was a great visual.
Yeah, I mean,
Again,
it's a throwback.
harkening,
It's a throwback.
harkening
to,
back to
Yeah.
like early '80s NWA matches.
That was another confirmation that I knew he was gonna win. It's just
Oh,
like, they
yeah,
want
yeah.
that visual. They want the visual
They
of
want
him.
all the babyface heat on
Yes,
Cody. for
they
this
want
match,
all
yeah.
of that. They want the title. They want the blood. They want his fucking dog at ringside.
Yeah,
They want
yeah,
all of that.
Yeah.
Hey, shout out to the dog too. My dog freaks out in any situation, but like
Coming out to a venue like that with all these
10,000
people.
people, and,
Loud.
like, music.
Loud.
Pharaoh didn't give a shit. Maybe
No, didn't
Pharaoh's
care.
deaf or something.
Hope not.
Oh God.
Oh, he's happy. Who cares if he's deaf?
I don't know, but dogs with a keen sense of hearing. I'm sure it'd be quite a change if you went from
Nose first,
Yeah, I'm aware.
then eyes, and then probably this.
For a dog,
Yeah.
I thought dogs really can see that well.
Yeah, they can see.
Well, no, they
They
can
see really good.
Oh, okay.
Nose first, though.
No, I know that.
This is like 100,000 times better than us.
I know. But they can hear like dog whistles, and we can't hear those.
Oh, maybe yours were second, huh?
Don't know. Anyways,
When does anybody really use a
props
dog
to
whistle?
Pharaoh for not freaking out, because my dog would have like crapped the stage.
This was a weird.
Your dog does that even if
Or
she's
like
not
rubbed her
freaked
butt
out.
all the way down it.
Yeah.
Anyway.
The crowd reaction was such a weird flip from Long Beach, with Cody, because like they gave zero fucks about Cody in Long Beach, and they couldn't wait for him to get the hell out the door. They were telling him to literally get the fuck out, at Long Beach.
Yeah.
And now it was clamoring for him to stay as long as possible.
that is simply how good he is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This dude can go seamlessly from one to the other, and I know this has been more probably of a being in the elite thing, but his quest to get that title off Aldis has flipped him completely.
Well, I think even before that, following his feud with Kenny, when
with Kenny,
when they made amends.
Yeah. That's right.
Seems from that point
Yeah.
on.
Yeah. And there's also, I mean, it's kind of natural for him anyways. There's that element of Cody that I've mentioned before about my problem with accepting him as a heel, because I really enjoy his work. But also, he's had to take so many timeouts from being a heel on social media, for example, when somebody jumps the barricade and he has to say, you know what, people, it's just a show. Don't jump the barricade because you're going to get hurt.
Yeah.
That's not a heel thing to do. When you have to break character to like explain, hey, this is a show. And on top of that, people just appreciate Cody. This was his thing.
Yeah.
This was his thing.
There's no way he's getting booed here.
There was no way, And so he just sort of had to embrace it. And what better way to embrace it than to be, the ultimate baby.
But do you feel in this case of, I guess Cody's more specific, right? But like you lump in the Bucks, maybe, but like, are those guys now kind of set in that? You think they're set in that for a while? Are they set as faces? As long if their vision is they want to continue creating stuff like this, no one's going to boo them.
Well, I think they kind of adopt to a certain extent New Japan's philosophy, where the vast majority of their characters exist somewhere in the middle of the heel face spectrum. There's very few characters in New Japan who are, like baby faces to the degree John Cena or as dastardly as.
There's a lot of middle ground.
There's a lot of middle ground. I mean, who's someone in New Japan who's a pure heel? Minoru Suzuki, Jay White. It's kind of it. The Tamatonga. There's a handful.
That's a good
Everybody else
point.
exists somewhere in the middle.
Because you look at the main event, and what do you have? Two babyface teams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, All In was a little bit different because I think just as much. I mean, I'm actually kind of surprised, especially in the Ring of Honor side of things, they push as much story as what they did. But going into this, I think we assumed that this is going to be just a celebration, kind of an exhibition of as Matt Jackson said, their vision of wrestling.
I think Cody's also said. I think he did an AMA on Reddit either a day or two before All In. And I think he got asked that question about faces versus heels and like today's landscape in terms of that. And his response was that there is no definite heel or face anymore, and that it is just you know, essentially.
That being said, if what you pose is a good question though. Like, will we see a Cody? Could we see a Cody going back to doing dastardly things? Because there is kind of a turn there. There is kind of a different version of him that is, a heel.
It's hard with a lot of these characters when they flip that page, so they go so far into that other zone where it's like you just don't ever really see them going back. It's like AJ Styles, is he ever going to go back?
No,
it's
basically like, impossible. Here
exactly, it's like those cases where like they had those stints of in that character zone, and then they go so far well beyond that's just like I guess they're just gonna stay like that now. It's themselves, but they're just there.
I would suggest that I would probably think that if they found an interesting thing to do that would allow them to express that creativity that they want to do, that would incorporate them being bad, then that's the route they would take.
It'd be just him turning on the turning on the Bucks, essentially.
He cancels All In too.
Ultimate heel heat.
That is kind of the thing about the All In. If they do decide to do like a second one, it would be very difficult for them to be dastardly for another All In. You know, if they did, you know, a storyline leading up to it.
Yeah.
Because
unless they said having a 10,000 seat arena, they have it at the American Legion Hall in Reseda, California.
Yeah.
Only 400 people you can get in.
But like, because you're right, nobody's gonna. We all know like who's behind this and why we're all here and why we're having such a great time. It's because of Cody and the Bucks.
Yeah.
We know that now.
Yeah.
And so there's nothing, you know, there's really nothing they can do that's gonna have us boo that because we're so appreciative of it.
Yes.
So I mean, it's gonna be interesting how they approach it in the future.
Yeah.
For sure.
Cody won.
Cody won. Yeah. Yeah. It was a cool match. Too.
Yeah. Aldous kicked out of Crossroads.
He did. Yeah.
And then Cody won with a roll up.
With a roll up. Like with old school.
Yeah.
He should have. I mean, if they really wanted to go old school, he should have won with like a arm bar, like a arm drag.
He should have done like a second rope crossbody and pinned him after
bear
that.
hug.
Yeah.
That was an old school finisher.
Yeah.
Wait, a what?
A second rope crossbody.
There's a lot of second rope crossbody wins back then. Huh?
Yeah.
They just like fall on the guy,
Yeah.
get a pin, and everybody mills about. So yeah, Cody's your new NWA World's Champion. That's cool. Did you want to expand more on your theory about the NWA?
No, it popped in my head. I mean, I mentioned a little bit to you either on the way there or afterward about potentially Cody winning, and Corgan obviously has planned for the NWA. Going forward.
He had a 20-year plan that just got advanced by about 10 years.
Yeah, I know.
Because he was saying, I have a 20-year plan where I want it to be. He didn't really expand on exactly where it was, but I assume he meant it would be really popular in 20 years. Or he would bring the NWA to some amount of prominence within that 20-year span. Well, holy shit. It just had like an amazing match at All In. Like he went from Tim Storm, which is literally like, one step away from Adam Mayhem, and I love Adam Mayhem. I don't. In character, I'm not supposed to.
To Nick Aldis.
To Nick Aldis, who's a stud.
Yeah.
Great name.
To Cody Rhodes, one of the
hottest commodity in non-WWE wrestling right now.
Yeah.
So that's pretty far in like.
No,
2
and I
years
think
or a
if you're
year.
gonna put the belt, the NWA title on Cody, there's got to be a grander purpose or plan behind it.
Yeah.
And if he can somehow orchestrate it, even loosely, where the NWA title had kind of the same function as it did back in the day, kind of like the one title for the entire all of Northern America. And even it's just, like Cody will go out and defend it, obviously, at NWA shows. But just, have All In essentially be the WrestleMania for the new National Wrestling Alliance. And you can bring in people from Ring of Honor, like I said, AAA, Lucha Underground, just all the other independent promotions here in the States, and really try to push that particular version, that particular vision of wrestling, assuming it's shared across all the principles involved.
It'll be really interesting to see, or if we even know, what kind of contract.
I was just going to say that too, contracts and stuff, because didn't they say, Cody and them were saying about even this event itself was kind of hard with contracts and stuff, getting around that. So like if there was a grander picture, how that would even work.
Yeah, no, I know, between that and then...
Because wasn't Lucha's very strict with theirs, right?
They are, but I remember hearing a while back that they've kind of loosened on that a little bit in terms of the not be able to appear on television.
So yeah, I mean, it's going to be, because he was exclusive to Ring of Honor.
Yeah. That obviously is probably going to change now.
That's got to change, but I would think that Ring of Honor obviously would want to keep him around. So it's like, well, they should be able to both get what they want.
I mean, I had a second, even more potentially
outlandish.
Yeah, theory in that with Cody and the Young Bucks contracts being up in November, what if they, instead of re-signing, say with Ring of Honor, they go and they work directly with Corgan and help them with the creative aspect of things. So we have not exactly shows of this size, but shows of this level of creativity on a regular basis.
Yeah.
If Corgan says, okay, I have access to the money, and I trust your creative sensibilities, let's see what we can do with this and really change things.
Yeah.
But, that would involve bringing in probably Impact. It would involve bringing in Ring of Honor. If they want to keep that crew all together, that'd mean New Japan too.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know if it's a relationship all parties would be party to.
Yeah. It'll be interesting for sure. I mean,
Yeah.
that'd be really great. I'm not sure if they would.
Do the other companies have like their own agenda though, because didn't ROH just sold out Madison Square Garden
With New
with
Japan,
their
yeah,
stuff?
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
it's like New Japan has already been trying to expand their own stuff
Yeah,
on
yeah.
their own. You know, will there be a clash
yeah.
there,
Well,
or
here's-
you
here's-
know?
entirely possible.
Here's how I think it could work for everybody. You have Cody in his NWA title, and he says, "Hey, Ring of Honor, I'll still be part of Ring of Honor, just not exclusive. Give me one slot. You know what we can bring to the table. Give me Impact. Give me one slot. You know, within your programming. AAA. Give me one slot
Give me a
there.
match at Triple Mania.
Right. Who's going to say no to
Oh,
that?
I know.
Nobody would say no to that.
I know.
And so they can still do their thing. You still have you still have Jay Lethal as Ring of Honor champion. You still have Kenny Omega as IWGP champion. They can still do their thing. It's just now Cody wants to say, hey, I'm a freaking hot commodity. The Bucks are a huge hot commodity.
Let us do a 3-month program here.
Let us do this. This is our plan for the next 3 months. And then after that, we'll do another plan for 3 months, and we'll work more on either an appearance basis, or we'll guarantee you these dates. We just want creative freedom to book those things through Being the Elite, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah, I mean, even going.
Who would say no to that?
I know you have Being the Elite. Well, I thought the NWA, another reason that would be a really good fit, because of the 10 pounds of gold series.
Yeah.
I mean, it seems like they're using YouTube as a platform to tell their stories.
Yeah.
And who better to, bring into that process than the Young Bucks, because that's how they've gotten to the point where they are right now.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And then because then he can start having Ring of Honor merchandise in Hot Topic too.
Yeah.
And who doesn't want that?
Yeah. And maybe Impact merchandise too.
See, that'd be perfect.
Moose. Yeah. Next. I mean, it was tough for any match to follow Cody's coordination.
Perfect match to follow that.
NWA champion, but they picked a good one. Joey Janela versus Hangman Page in a street fight.
Holy crap. How about Joey Janela's valet, Penelope Ford? Ooh, man.
Man, she was athletic.
Killing people out there.
She did a bunch of flips into an elbow and then did a
Yeah,
cross body.
Matrix
Yeah.
maneuvers.
Yeah, that was awesome.
That was fantastic.
When I say woo, I'm talking about her wrestling stuff. Because she drop a stunner? Well, it's easy to say.
Yeah.
It's easy to sit here and be like, woo, and people are like, oh, you're talking about, but it's like, no, man, I'm talking about
she did a stunner too,
Yeah.
It was great.
Awesome.
There was a Cracker Barrel involved in this match, like an actual barrel.
I had to pee, so I missed
Cracker
that
Barrel.
spot.
I missed that too.
I kind of want to
to
I want to rewatch the entire thing on Fight.
So Janela unveiled it. It was under a tablecloth. Even before that. So Cherry got introduced really early. Hangman Page set up in a seated position, and then kind of dropped Janela on it with a fall-away slam. So, within the first 3 minutes of the match, Janela was already welting up on his back.
Yeah. By the time I showed up, which really wasn't that
No,
deep into
his
it,
back was jacked up, and I think he
back
had a
was all
scratch on his
red
leg.
and jacked up, and he had a giant scratch on his leg.
Shortly after that is when the Cracker Barrel got involved. So Janela set up a chair, different chair, sorry, in front of the barrel, ran, stepped on the chair, up on the barrel, and did like a somersault senton onto Paige, who was in the crowd.
Yeah.
Ladder got involved. Paige dropped Janela through that.
Saw that. That was brutal.
Yeah. Paige went through the table on the outside of the ring, and then later on they were on the ramp. And Janela set up 2 tables, and then Paige powerbombed him through them.
Yeah, that was great.
That was insane.
He looked like it was like one table. It was like half on just a straight up floor.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, he only went through one of the tables.
But give it up to Paige had him up in powerbomb position and then ran just to the to where the stairs started. So he launched him over the stairs.
Yeah.
Which was pretty impressive.
Yeah, no, it was.
Gee whiz, man.
It was. So ladder got brought in the ring, another table. They climbed to the top, and Hangman Page hit his. Oh, sorry, we got to mention the boots. So in the match, early, halfway through.
So hold on a second. Preceding the match, they did a video recap of the Hangman Page Joey Ryan stuff.
Yeah.
So that preceded the match. So that gave us the story leading into this.
Yeah. So he brings a plastic garbage bag into the ring. We don't know what's inside. Penelope Ford hits him with it, and so he shakes the bag out, and out fall a pair of cowboy boots, and he's like, "Oh my gosh, what is this?" And then later on, he produces a phone from the bag and takes that up and starts beating up Joey Janela with it, wraps around his neck.
And that's all stuff from being the Elite.
Yeah, because he killed Joey Ryan with a phone.
Yeah.
And so
his boots were talking to him.
Yeah, and so he hits his finisher off the ladder through a table on Joey Janela to pick up the win. After the win, lights go down. Lights come back up, and the arena's bathed in purple light.
Yeah.
And there's some ominous music playing.
Yeah.
And out walk...
Eight giant dicks.
Yeah, 8
Legit.
human-sized penises.
Actual penis. Yeah.
Actual dicks.
So they were like...
Druids, essentially.
Yeah, druids.
It was all...
But penises.
The Undertaker's entrance, essentially.
Dick and balls, I should
Yeah,
say.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because they were balls.
So they line up, and they all lean over and
It was
touch
those
heads.
blow-up ones, too. Those
Yes,
blow-up
yeah.
ones.
Yeah.
And touch heads. And when they do that,
Touch urethras, kind of.
Joey Ryan's music hits. Not the Pina Colada song, unfortunately. They
Sadly.
can't use that.
Yeah.
It's copyrighted. He comes out. He does a dick flip to Hangman Page. Hangman was selling Joey Ryan's rebirth incredibly.
Yeah.
God, yeah, that shot of him on the Tron when he's just like
Oh, it was great.
It was magnificent.
That was so good.
they cut at the perfect time
Yeah.
for
And
that.
people were just going ape shit
Yeah.
for Joey Ryan's.
The resurrection, essentially.
Yeah.
So Joey Ryan comes out, does the usual thing, oils himself up,
Puts a lollipop in his dick.
dick flips Hangman Page, puts the lollipop in his mouth, super kick.
Yeah.
And then the dick druids take him and carry him up the ramp.
Yeah.
Again, a la The Undertaker. Crowd chants, rest in penis. Joey seemed genuinely tickled by that chant.
Yeah, he did. He really did. Yeah. He was soaking it in. That had to be one of the more interesting moments of his 20-year career. I think he tweeted something great about it, too. So, yeah, that was fantastic. Joey Ryan is alive now, both in Friendo Road continuity
and being the Elite
continuity. So they're matched up now.
Yes.
Yeah, dude, this is
thundering.
It's crazy out there.
Next, Flip Gordon versus Jay Lethal for the Ring of Honor Championship. Now, before this match started, there's a backstage segment with Jay Lethal. Someone hands him some Macho Man glasses. And then that same person
Slaps him.
slaps him on the
Apparently
shoulder.
there's like a switch right here.
Yeah.
That turns him into his old Macho Man persona.
Yeah.
Because he does... Machismo, yeah. He does the best Macho Man impression of anybody in wrestling. He did he had like an entire
run in TNA with
run
that.
in TNA in that, yeah.
And it was Lanny Poffo, which I should have put together that because Lanny Poffo was signing at the same table as Jay Lethal.
They have a T-shirt. What is it? Brother from Another Mother or something like that. So yeah, it's great. It's fantastic. So he came out to Macho Man's theme, doing Macho Man stuff. Lanny seemed really tickled by it. So you pointed this out, and I was like, "You're always one step ahead of me with this kind of stuff." Because I was like, "Why does this all look so familiar?" They literally started the match beat for beat, WrestleMania 3, Macho Man versus Steamboat.
Yeah.
That's brilliant.
Yeah, up until the moment where I believe Flip Steamboat got tossed out of the ring.
Yeah.
And then Macho Man was going to go for the Jay Lethal was going to go for the double axe handle on the outside. Instead, he got distracted by Brandy and grabbed her by the hand. It went over to what would be his corner.
Yeah.
Yeah, he kept dragging her back.
What Macho Man would do.
To Liz. And he even had her by the wrist and walked with her the way Macho Man did with Liz. It was a perfect recreation.
And then, so he did it once. Brandy started to walk away. He grabbed her hand, did it again. And then Flip, because Brandy walked out with Flip. And Flip like, go to the other corner. Just get over there.
Yeah.
And so they were wrestling their match. At one point, Jay Lethal puts Brandy up on his shoulder in the ring,
the same way Macho
like
Man.
when they right before the storyline, them getting married in the ring, when they kind of made up, and then after she got down, she hit him on the shoulder.
She yelled at him. She was like, "I'm not Liz. Stop doing that." Hit him on the shoulder. He turned back into normal Jay Lethal. The match continued as like a normal match between them. We got all the great Flip Gordon stuff where he does this stuff.
Yeah.
Which is great. It's like my favorite thing. Everybody loves that shit. And at one point, Jay Lethal got turned back into...
Yeah, Poffo hit him on the shoulder.
Yeah, Poffo did that.
Which led to the second reference, WrestleMania 5.
Yeah.
Where...
Flip Gordon got the Hulk out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we saw a boot, but no leg drop.
Yeah. Yeah. He hulked out. Yeah. He did everything... big boot.
Well, start with the punch. He no sell, punch, no sell. You punch, boot. And he's going off the ropes for the leg drop, and Lethal reversed it.
Gets up. That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah, he got up before he got the leg drop. So that would have been it, though. We would have had a new Ring of Honor.
Yeah, if Flip Gordon managed to drop the leg.
I was still hoping for. I think a lot of people actually were. I think they misdid that. A lot of people, I think, wanted to see the leg drop.
Oh, heck yeah.
Like, if it wasn't at that point, like at some point, they want to see a leg drop.
Yeah.
But, I mean, then you're writing yourself in a corner because if he drops a leg,
And then that's a win. That's
a
new
win.
champion. You can't do that.
you can't do that.
Well, unless you want Flip Gordon to win the title, which didn't happen. So
Yeah, it didn't
you can't have that.
Jay Lethal ends up hitting that awesome
Lethal injection.
God damn it! I love every time he does that.
Yeah. The handspring.
Oh my God, that's
great.
beautiful.
Didn't he hit like two?
Yeah, he
hit one off
he
the...
caught Flip doing something off the top rope.
Yeah.
That was great.
And then followed up.
Yeah, it was outstanding.
God, it was so great.
So after the match, Bully Ray comes out with the chain and attacks everybody.
Yeah. He was the heel of the night.
Yeah, he was. And then Colt Cabana comes out, makes a save. We get a Shield double team powerbomb.
Flip, Colt, and
Jay Lethal.
And Jay Lethal
Powerbomb.
all powerbomb through a table as
Yeah.
the Shield, basically doing that. People marked.
Everybody was all doing ooh-ah. Everybody's doing ooh-ah.
We didn't mention earlier during the Battle Royal that Jordan Grace did the "What's Up."
Oh, that's
Oh,
right.
yeah.
Colt held Bubba Ray's legs up.
Yeah.
So Jordan Grace got up on the thing, the
did
turnbuckle,
the "What's Up."
and did the "What's Up."
That was great.
Headbutt to the balls. Yeah, that was fantastic. Bubba
God,
Ray
there was never a more like a timely thing that was up. Like it lasted just
that moment in time.
that moment in time,
and
and
they
it's
milked it for years.
and it's only
yeah.
continued in wrestling
Yeah,
just
I
with
know.
them. The what's up? Like
Yeah.
it was only done for that bit
I
of
know.
time.
Thanks, Budweiser commercial.
Yeah.
Next, what many, including myself, was thinking would probably be match of the night: Pentagon Jr. versus Kenny Omega.
Yeah, this match kind of hurt to watch. I was really surprised that they did. There were like at least two of those pile drivers. Holy crap! Like the one where-
Package powder.
The one Kenny took on the apron was rough, and then the one Kenny did to Penta looked bad too.
It looked bad. Like you're staring at him. You just see his head go like that.
Yeah.
Hit the apron. This is a brutal match.
Yeah.
The hardcore guy from TNA.
I know the hardcore guy from TNA who Kenny in an earlier interview referred to as former TNA champion. Well, Don Callis is sitting right there. That commentary.
That's right. I'm pretty sure that was Kenny's reaction. I'll have to go back and watch in Being the Elite. When they told him that he was going to take on Pentagon.
The hardcore guy from
He said,
TNA.
"What? The hardcore guy from TNA?"
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that was that's
Yeah,
where that came
yeah.
from.
No, I know it's a
Yeah,
joke.
okay.
Yeah. But there was this great bit at the beginning where Penta was trying to do his Sierra Miedo thing, and then Kenny grabbed him and says, "No, no, no."
Yeah.
Just
and then
slapped him.
him.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a brutal match.
I know, but it started out kind of. I won't say slow because these two guys don't really do slow.
They don't do slow.
But it definitely built to the brutality.
Yeah, it did, but yeah, it got there pretty quick though. I mean, it was like 5 minutes or so, and they were doing some pretty nasty.
Yeah, but I mean, like building up to the point where they're just literally just dropping each other on their head.
Yeah.
It built to that. They
Yeah.
weren't doing package pile drivers from the beginning.
No, they were teasing it a bunch. You're right, but they were like launching each other outside the ring.
Yeah.
God, dude.
I haven't watched too much of Pentagon. But
Oh,
like,
he's amazing.
Other than was it Slammiversary with the 3-way with Austin Aries and all that. Like so,
Yeah.
it's like I'm completely sold on him though. Like absolutely,
man, he's so good.
like unbelievable. It's weird though. I was just talking to you before we started recording this about Kenny's character and like how I'm not still like I'm on the boat of Kenny Omega, but like his character to me still seems like he's dabbing in douchiness. Like he's not 100% the good guy here.
Yeah,
Like, he is very much still having tendencies of cocky.
There's still a
old
little bit
Bullet
of the
Club.
cleaner in him.
Yeah,
He came
absolutely.
out to the cleaner package too.
Yeah.
It's like every time he would always get cocky, and every time Pentagon would always catch him.
Yeah.
And it was like, it just kept reoccurring throughout the entire
Yeah,
match.
yeah.
Like he would start taunting or something like that, he'd always get kicked in the mouth or whatever.
Yeah.
It's just weird because it's like I don't know. I don't know if that's just like the current status of Kenny Omega's character right now is like that, you know, he still has those little bits, those little tendencies that like are still within him. But he's not like that 100% pure like good guy.
No,
you
which
know?
he kind of was getting to be when the Golden Lovers reunited.
Yeah.
Remember at Long
Yeah.
Beach earlier this year when he
Yeah.
and Kota Ibushi came down to the ring.
Yeah.
They were going around the ring, giving everybody fives and stuff.
Yeah.
That's the closest we probably ever
His
seen.
ring gear this time also was a lot more cleaner too. Like
Yeah,
it
that was the
and
same
they
ring
had
gear.
It didn't say. It's funny because I'm pretty sure on his.
It was the same ring gear. I think he wore at Wrestle Kingdom this year.
Oh, was it? I
think
thought
so.
it was. I thought it was.
It's not new. No, it's not new.
No, that was. I
didn't
think it
was-
predated that.
I didn't think it was new. I thought it was like from his kind of before the Golden
Wasn't Wrestle-
Lovers.
Wrestle-
That was before the Golden Lovers. Golden
Yeah,
Lovers didn't get back
no,
together
it
until
was.
after that.
Wrestle Kingdom though
Oh,
was
you said
the
Wrestle
Jericho
Kingdom.
match.
Wasn't that the Final Fantasy looking getup?
Well, he had the outfit from Destiny, but his
Yeah.
pants. I think those were his pants from Wrestle Kingdom. I could be wrong, but
What
they
was
were.
the last thing we saw of him?
What, Kenny?
Yeah.
Oh,
the G1 stuff.
Yeah.
Where it was like super fancy and cool. I thought that's what you were talking
No,
about.
no.
Yeah, this was more Wrestle. Yeah.
Yeah, more Wrestle Kingdom or around
Yeah.
that period.
But did it even say on his like lower? Did it say? Because I know on like the match graphic, I think it said IWGP champion.
Yeah.
But I think on his lower it said the cleaner.
It did.
Yeah.
Justin Roberts called him out as the cleaner, or whoever was announcing called him out
And he
as the
didn't
cleaner,
bring the
too.
title with him.
No.
Yeah, where was the
So-
title? Where was the title?
So he was just strictly the cleaner, Kenny Omega.
Yeah.
That had to have been a New Japan
Maybe.
thing. They're like, yeah, you can't take the title out, but totally get dropped on your head. That would be great. Maybe several times, and one of them was on the apron.
Yeah.
Because holy crap, they did not pull punches. This
No.
was fun. I was like, a part of me was kind of hoping this would go into comedic territory, and it didn't. Because Kenny's a really good comedic
Yeah, he
wrestler,
is.
and I'd love to see Pentagon do something comedic.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is kind of. I mean, I know it's canon, but it's like not New Japan canon, evidently.
Yeah.
Not really, anyways,
Yeah.
because he didn't bring his title out.
But it's weird because the Young Bucks had their tag titles, their IWGP tag titles.
And Phoenix
did, yeah.
brought out his
the
Triple
AAA
Mania
title, yeah.
I just called it the Triple Mania though. So yeah, that was kind of interesting. I mean, that was probably a new. Yeah, you're right. That is weird. I don't know.
Penta broke Kenny's arm during the match,
That was fun.
which altered Kenny's one-winged angel he had to do to win it.
Yeah.
He did on the other side.
Yeah, he did on the other side, and then even after the show, he was still selling arm.
Yeah.
Pretty good touch.
He's a professional.
He is. He's a pro.
Yeah.
So Kenny picked up the win. It was a great match. Pretty much as soon as he wins, lights go down, and we're all, where's Neville? Let this be Neville.
I yelled out. I said, "Pac!
Give us Pac. Give us Pac.
And then NWO Pentagon attacked.
Well, no, hold on. While the lights were off, Tiger Hattori comes walking down the ramp.
Yeah.
I'm like, Tiger Hattori's going to attack him? What's
Yeah.
going on here?
You said, is Pac dressed up like Tiger Tori?
So the lights come back on, but Tiger Hattori's not in the ring.
Yeah.
But Pentagon Jr., who had just got laid out by One Winged Angel, is now standing up, looking a couple inches taller and about 60 pounds heavier. With only tattoos on one arm. It wasn't Pentagon Jr., it was Chris Jericho.
Wasn't Pac either.
No, it wasn't Pac
Could you
either.
imagine if it was like super slim, jacked freaking Pentagon?
Oh,
It
man.
was Neville.
So Chris Jericho,
60 pounds. He is looking big in the midsection.
Yeah.
He's looking like noticeably bigger.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's still great though.
he's still
amazing.
fantastic. He beat the heck out of Kenny Omega. He dropped him with 2 code breaker, took his mask off.
Nobody
Huge
sells
pop.
those code breakers like
That was
No.
the better Jericho mask reveal than the other one that
He had a hard
did
time
with the
getting
boot.
that. He had a hard time getting Bushi's mask off. He had a real hard time with that. And I was hoping they'd announce a match between the two of them or something at the next Long Beach show in September, but then he just said, I'll see you on the Jericho cruise.
Yeah. I felt like there's like he probably just shouldn't have said that. I know that he's there to promote it. Because
Yeah.
his cruise, he has to make his money back.
Yeah.
And he's always like promoting that. And I get that, man. We all have the hustle. But, I just thought, like, I just hear Jericho Cruise and I'm like, oh, okay, well, it's that then.
I'll
Yeah.
see you on the
That's like the
Jericho
least
cruise.
canon. Like, when
I
you're in
know.
international waters, it's like the least canon shit.
I know. I mean, it's unsanctioned if it's in international waters.
True. That is true. There's
Doesn't
no governing
count.
body there.
Doesn't count.
It's only body water.
So even though they do, like you just said, it's not canon or whatever, but it is kind of weird that they would have this, because now they're pretty open with each other about like being friends and like they post on Instagram.
Well, I
and
mean,
stuff.
like, yeah, Kenny was on Jericho's podcast like 2 days after their match at
Yeah.
Wrestle Kingdom,
Yeah.
breaking down how they put the
yeah,
match together,
yeah.
which is great. It's fascinating stuff.
yeah,
But yeah, I know what you mean.
I think Jericho, I mean, I kind of think that's their entire approach to it is, I mean, they even said that in the end after the camera stopped rolling, or, just for the live crowd anyways. if you didn't notice, we had to wrap that last match up, or we had a time constraint on that last match.
Yeah, they only bought
and
so
then
much
Matt
pay-per-view time.
grabbed the mic and was like, "Yeah, we had to beat them really fast, like
Yeah,
to
yeah.
maintain some form of kayfabe."
Yeah.
But no, I think and then Kenny even said when he referenced the other wrestlers, he said this cast of characters, like they're really. And there was that one episode of Being the Elite when they found out that they had to face each other. I think in one of the G1 matches, like tag team versus tag or 3-man versus 3-man. It was all Bullet Club. And they sort of did that bit where they talked about, well, let's just act like we're fighting. Well, what if I forget what I'm supposed to do? Okay, I'll get you in a headlock and I'll tell you what's going to happen next. They're like making up wrestling how it goes.
Yeah.
So I think it's just that element that it's like everybody knows that it's a play.
Yeah.
It's more of a play than, we're acting like it's real. And I think Jericho in that regards understands that when he's performing, everybody understands that it's bad guy Jericho or it's IC champion Jericho.
Yeah.
But then he can be on Instagram and be like, the backstage stuff, the stuff that's out of character. So, that's just how everybody understands it. It's loved and appreciated that way now by everybody.
Except Vince McMahon.
Ah!
Anyways, next. Probably my match of the night. Marty Scurll versus the Rainmaker.
There's no probably for me,
Kazuchika
man.
Okada.
I like watching this match. I wanted to get on Pro Wrestling Tees and just start buying every Okada shirt.
Because he's the best. He's
literally
the absolute
is
best.
the best,
So the
man.
story they set up on Being the Elite, Okada's been talking crap to Marty about being on 205 Live because he's like 180 pounds. And Okada's like he's a heavy, like the longest reigning IWGP heavyweight champion of all time.
Yeah.
He's 240 pounds. He's a wrestling god.
What the hell tall do you think he's? Like 6'5"?
I think he's 6'3".
6'3". Okay,
Yeah, I think he's
that
6'3",
sounds right.
235 or something like that.
Yeah. All right.
And so the match going into this was Okada just overpowering Marty
Yeah.
because Marty's smaller than
It
him.
was the entire thing was a test of strength.
Yeah,
Because strength
and Marty
is
was
heavyweight.
trying to show off essentially that he could compete as a heavyweight.
He could be a big boy.
And accomplish feats of strength usually reserved for men much larger than him. The greatness of Okada is in his subtlety. Because for the first 5 minutes of the match, he'd do a move and then flex his pecs. He didn't have to say a word. He's like, look, I am stronger with you. I can flex my pecs.
Look at my pec. It's flexing.
Or when he'd chop him or whatever, he'd just sit there and just like flex.
Yeah.
It, right?
He just do a couple flexes on the next move. It was brilliant.
Oh, it's so good.
He is
man.
the absolute best.
And dude, when he came out, it's such a great comparison. When he used to come out and he was like, champion, the man, what I used to say all the time, he looks like a champion. This time, with that robe of his, he wears it like a bathrobe now.
Yeah.
He just sort of stumbles around.
Well, then, like he walks, he leans forward when he walks now, and kind of stammers out.
He stammers.
Like
That's exactly
like
right.
he had about 3 beers before he came out.
Yes. Yes,
It's so good.
It's amazing.
He is so good. He is the absolute best.
Oh, and it rained Okada dollars.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I didn't catch when I got a piece of confetti though.
More Okada dollars.
I know. I'm kind of hoping that tomorrow we go to StarCast, someone will say,
Ooh.
Here, Larson.
Anybody have Okada dollars out there? P.O. Box 1814,
Or maybe at
Orangevale,
StarCast tomorrow.
California,
We'll be there.
95662. Or we'll be at StarCast.
But this was the longest match of the night, and they took their time telling the story, and it was so damn effective.
Oh my God.
That
it was
by
good.
the latter half of the match, when Marty was doing power bombs and brain busters
Yes.
on Okada, gave him a
that
rainmaker.
brain buster. Ooh.
After multiple attempts, though, too.
Yeah.
He would
Yeah,
try it, and he couldn't get him over. He tried, he couldn't get him over, and then he finally hit the brain buster, and then
Yeah.
everybody popped for it because he was attempting it all match.
He tried for a power bomb, couldn't do it, and then hit it later.
Yeah.
If any match was going to be the one, and I should have saw this going in, besides the fact that it's Okada. I don't know what I was thinking betting against Okada. You should never bet against Okada.
Yeah, don't bet against Okada.
If there was any match that would warrant a moral victory, if you will, a spiritual victory, if you will,
It was this one.
it was this one, because you can put in a big boy performance and get the standing ovation,
Even if you
and
don't get the
still
win.
eat the loss.
Yeah.
So yeah, I got to yell Rainmaker several times. That made me happy. Skrull hit the Rainmaker, didn't he? Yeah, he did.
Yeah,
He did.
Okada kicked out. We thought that would be the end of the match, too.
Yeah, Okada kicked out.
I liked his 2-0-5, and then he grabbed his finger.
Oh, that was great. Yeah, he had him in position for a Rainmaker.
Rainmaker,
I
he
think.
said 205.
And he said 205.
And then Marty grabbed his finger and broke it.
Oh, and Okada sold it so well. Oh man,
The best.
He's the best.
Okada is the absolute best.
I will say, I still absolutely hate his remix song. I don't like it. I like his old one.
His old one's great, but
I don't.
it's a new Okada. You
I
need
guess
a song.
so, right?
Yay, there
Got
was
the
no
pants.
He didn't have
got
any
the
balloons
dyed
with him.
hair,
That's
balloons.
true. There's no balloons.
He stammers out. He does.
It's great.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's a weird, like, almost you. It's like Okada had the belt for so long, but now it's almost like, I want him to get it back again, even though he's had it for so long.
Yeah.
It's just like, I just want that old Okada back again. It's
I don't
weird.
know. There's all sorts of interesting
There are
avenues
so
they could
many
explore.
stories you could tell
with
before they
stammering
just
balloon
do
Okada.
that again. See, it's funny because that's sort of the difference. Like Finn had the belt had the Universal title in WWE for a day because he got injured in that match. And I have no faith whatsoever they're ever going to put it on him again.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
And it bums me out.
Yeah.
Legitimately bums
Yeah.
me out. Okada, broke all the records, et cetera, et cetera. I have no doubt that they're going to get back around to him.
Yeah, they're going to tell the story.
But they just have such a great time telling his story that I'm like, man, I have total faith that he's going to get back on top. I don't want that right now.
Yeah.
I want to see him with balloons and having fun. Stammering to the ring.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That's the shit. Because I have total confidence that they still know that
You
he's so much money.
Smack
Yep.
Rocky with the balloons.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, it's so good.
The best.
So
Okada
good.
is the best.
He is. He went over as a Rainmaker.
I miss his old song. I like it.
It was a good song.
Well, that's,
They tease
a
it.
valid point.
They start his entrance with it, and then they press the rewind button, and it's 3 minutes.
I just, as soon as he comes out,
When he's
everything-
Okada reborn again,
yeah.
Then I'll probably pop big for it because
when
it'll
they
come
bring
back.
it back,
Yeah.
yes. Yes.
He'll be
It's
pristine.
the reinvention of
golden hair, not the
Kazuchika
goofy red
Okada.
hair.
No more balloons, which is
Red
going to be a
hair.
sad day when he loses
Bright,
balloons.
ridiculous red hair.
Oh, but it's so good.
God, to be a fly on the wall
At
and
that booking
to have
meeting.
a translator at that booking meeting. Okay, Gato's like, you're gonna just be goofy. You're gonna like balloons.
It's weird because shortly after, I mean, this might have been a bit ago, but the Yakuza game came out, Yakuza 6.
Yeah.
And a lot of the New Japan guys are in it. Like Tanahashi's in it, Naito's in it. Okada leads the group, and he's still like he's like badass Okada.
Yeah,
in that.
yeah.
He eventually turns like kind of good guy or whatever in the game, but like it's just weird seeing him like the different iterations of him, I guess you know. But him in the game it was funny too, because they even have like his theme, and he does like a little taunt where money comes down. It's outrageous.
Cause like, can you imagine, like
That's
WWE
awesome.
would never do that. Like with John
No.
Cena, he always has to be the guy who all Cena wins, and it's like Okada still wins a lot.
Yeah.
But it's like,
But it'd be even in
Did you not see Cena's new move?
yeah, dude.
he hasn't seen. I described it to him.
Oh
No, I saw it.
you did?
I watched
You
the
did?
video.
All
Of
right.
it, yeah. I mean, I guess it's gonna be like a Jackie Chan thing because he was doing a bunch of Jackie Chan.
Well, he's doing a movie with him.
He's doing a movie, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say even in Victory, Okada, you can tell Okada's not over losing that title,
Oh, I know.
and that's what's great about it.
I know.
It's not like he has to drop some promo.
No.
He just tweaks his character a little bit.
Yeah.
It's great.
When he first lost it, he was like depressed.
Yeah.
And he was like really sad.
And then
Now
Jay
I-
White tried to take chaos from him.
Ooh.
Some thunder, serious thunder here in Chicago.
It is, man.
We got one more match, main event, the abridged main event. Young Bucks and Kota Ibushi taking on Rey Mysterio, Bandito, and Rey Fenix.
What do you think of Rey Mysterio's Wolverine outfit?
It was beautiful.
I love that. I love that he's still doing that.
And it's
Yeah.
like old school Wolverine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it was like Wolverine's first appearance. God, for like comic book nerds, it's amazing.
And I was all about the Young Bucks and Kota Ibushi's matching ring gear. Young
Oh,
Bucks
I
had
know.
the blue and gold to match Kota.
Kenny said that he wants Kota Ibushi to be included in the Being the Elite intro. So maybe we'll have to animate a little Kota Ibushi in there.
Cool.
Phoenix, of course, came out with
The
his
AAA,
AAA title. He won
the
Triple
Mega
Mania.
Championship. Yeah.
Ibushi
It's the
actually,
Mega Championship.
Ibushi lost all of his like shit out here on his
Yeah.
gym.
Yeah, I heard that.
He only had like his ring gear and like what did he have? Like a couple things that like he lost everything
I'm
else.
kind of surprised that like in my head when he's on a plane, he's in his ring gear. From all that DDT Pro
Oh, yeah,
stuff that
when he
I've
just does
seen,
everything
when
in
he's
his
like
ring gear.
everything is in his ring gear,
Yeah.
I just figure he travels.
I mean,
that way.
he does.
If I looked like that, I would travel that way.
yeah.
I would always be in my chonies. I'd
Heck
always be
yeah.
in my underwear. for Mike Ring gear.
even though this match was short, the 11 minutes we got was pure bliss.
It was a lot of fun. We got a 619.
Yeah.
Meltzer driver. We got everything, and they were even doing some stuff that I was like, oh, I've never seen them do that before. Just silly little things, you know.
But it never let up. It was 11 minutes of just straight action, craziness.
Yeah.
And I mentioned this to you during the match. So, like, we noticed that when the ref was doing his counts,
it was fast.
It was fast.
It was
like,
Rick Knox
why is that
from
fast? I wonder,
PWG.
Yeah. And I told her, I was like, I wonder if they if they asked the ref, they said, hey, do fast counts.
To keep the pace up.
To keep the sense of urgency going.
Because they're running out of time, too, maybe.
Oh, that could be, too. Yeah.
Every second counts.
Get out there. Because that's what we noticed when Okada and Skrull's match ended. Skrull didn't stick around to get his standing O for his big boy
in the ring. No,
performance.
he was up the ramp.
He ran. Yeah. They everybody was like in hurry up time. Yeah.
You only had so much pay-per-view time.
I like that Nick Jackson had a really good spree in there. He had like a really good, like a hot streak there for someone that just got over like a flu or something like that was sick going in.
Yeah.
Surprised to see like him get that much in. I figured I thought he would be like more kind of on the side to recuperate a little bit more, but
yeah. We got a lot of greatest hits. We got Matt Jackson going up the ramp and then running all the way down and doing his
flip off the stairs.
Yeah.
Over the stairs.
Yeah.
And everybody got to do their top rope move to the outside.
Yeah.
Pretty early on.
Rey Mysterio, obviously they were taking. I mean, it's hard for him and his style to take it easy.
Yeah.
But we got sort of the greatest hits for Rey Mysterio
Yeah.
because he's probably head of the WWE now.
Yeah.
And they were probably like, you can do all in, but in a tag match and don't do anything that you wouldn't usually do.
Yeah.
Jeez.
That is terrifying.
There's a lot of thunder going on around here.
It's Rainmaker.
After the Young Bucks went over with the Meltzer driver pinning Bandito, the show abruptly ended.
Yeah, it was like really on the thing. All of a sudden, we saw like a weird.
We saw the
logo.
copyright card.
Yeah.
Rey Mysterio dropped a promo thanking the Young Bucks, Cody, and the crowd. The Young Bucks took the mic. Cody, Brandy, Papa and Mama Buck. No Pharaoh. And then Mark's wife, Dana, all walked down to the ring.
It was kind of awkward. You notice what happened like mid-ramp, right before they came out? Mysterio and Bandito and Phoenix were all kind of milling about there, and I think they expected like maybe another curtain call or something.
Yeah.
And then like the Young Bucks completely were acting like they were invisible, and they were like, "Oh, let's get our family out here," and then they were like,
Yeah.
and they just like walked up the ramp.
Yeah.
It was just kind of awkward. I just noticed it. I was like, "Oh, I hope they're not like hurt feelings or anything."
Yeah.
Then the family comes down, and then they just cut like this, like first Matt Jackson, then Cody, then Kenny. Just all cut these truly, truly inspiring. Like made me want to go home and like I don't know, draw something or whatever.
Just be
I wanna
creative.
Go do some art.
Yeah, be
I want
creative.
to go do some art. I want to get my little keyboard out.
I mean, because the Young Bucks talked about meeting Cody, and meeting someone who had, matched their level of ambition.
Yeah.
And he presented the idea of doing All In, a show in a 10,000 seat arena. And he said they were pretty much up to anything, and so they said they were all in.
Let's do it. Kenny gave credit where credit was due. He said this is all those three guys. But I don't know, it was just very inspiring words that he had. And
He said it was the greatest wrestling show he'd ever been a part of.
Yeah. So it was awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yes.
One of the best live shows I've ever been to.
Yep.
So yeah, that was all in. So come November, those guys might sign with WWE, and then it'll all go to shit.
No, I don't think
They'll like Cody. They'll put Cody back in his old Stardust outfit, and
oh god. I like how he still does that. He still does that in his matches. He still nods to it.
Young Bucks will help spearhead the 205 Live Tag Division.
Yes. No.
Kenny Omega will end up in Finn Balor Purgatory. No, he'll just do NXT.
Yeah.
He'll end up as like sort of Cassius Ohno 2.0.
Oh my god.
The player coach.
I just scared you there, didn't I?
Damn.
Player coach. Yeah, exactly.
That'd be something.
Man. Yeah.
Anyways,
that'll be a bummer. I think we're getting signs.
There's a downpour right now.
Maker that we have to go. So James, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Glad
Thanks for having me on again.
Yeah, glad you came by. And So we have a year to plan for Triple Mania.
Yep.
We want to do like more shows with you between now and then. We're just saying like the one solid thing that we're definitely going to do together.
Triple Mania.
Triple Mania live stream.
That's a must.
Reactions.
I'm sure there'll be more.
We might be able to see. I want to do something. I don't know what the logistics of it. Does Twitch do a thing where you can like co-host as something is happening and like actually show it on your channel?
They let you restream certain things, but there's not like a
live
I don't know.
version
I
of
don't
that?
think there's like a co-stream. It'd just be like you screen capping
All
their
right.
stream.
Well, we're just yeah.
Pretty much.
We are just gonna. Then it'll just be a full screen of us, and then everybody else can watch along with us, live stream reaction.
Yeah.
Of Triple Mania whenever it airs next year. You're
I
gonna
assume
be
roughly
there.
around the same
We're gonna
time it
bring
aired
you
this
up.
year.
I'll put you in a place, a very nice place, relatively nice place, and yeah, it'll be fun. It'll be a blast.
Let's do it.
Sounds
Yeah,
good.
absolutely. Anyways, that's it for the show. Thanks so much for tuning in. Let us know what you guys thought in the comments. Till next time, talk to you guys later.
Goodbye.